Yeah, yeah. It's Reach Around Radio. It's Monday. It's your boy Speedy in the house. To all the ladies out there, when you come by, you can get this.
Oh, wow.
We're going to get into it. Hold
You're
on.
trying to get it before we do.
Yeah, before y'all fuck up the song.
Get him, before we do something like this.
Let's grill. Let's eat some food.
That's what I want to do. That's not what they saying.
What they say?
He says,
For the first time,
Uh-oh.
I
You
saw
made my
you play.
Girl, I know I love some cashews.
that's not how the song goes.
Do you have some relish for my hot dog and this?
Hold on, Riley.
Get it, Speedy.
All this relish is for you.
That is not how the song
I
goes.
guess this potato salad will do.
You're the only one I need with my fries.
It's so sad. But the song goes like this.
Let's grill.
Let's simmer down. That's what I want.
I'm glad you're not getting in this, Brian.
My food.
Yeah, we need that 3-part harmony. Right?
It's your boy Speedy in the house.
I'm the poetess.
It's your girl Claudia Jordan.
TDP, Mr. 123 Knox, baby.
And of course, Barry Really White is in the building. What's happening?
What up?
And special guest.
Hey, special guest.
Brian McKnight.
All right.
What's up?
Brian, out of all the songs you recorded, what is your personal favorite?
You know, I don't have a personal favorite.
Mm.
I've written close to 2,000 songs since I was 18.
Wow.
Yeah, bitch.
And, and that's like asking me
Pick one, Puck.
which one of my boys I love the most. I let the people decide. When I'm in concert and people start saying the songs, sometimes they're the most popular ones, sometimes they're obscure. To me, I write for them, basically.
So what's the
Okay.
one people always picked then?
There's always two. There's Anytime and Back at One would be at the top of the list. And then Never Felt This Way, which is the song from Martin. It just really depends. And depends on which show I'm doing, because I do a band show with the full band, then I do a one-man show, which is me and a couple of guitars, and I tell my whole story for like an hour.
I have a question.
Well, where does Show Me How Your Pussy Work rank amongst your favorite songs? I think that's my new favorite song.
I think it's the most clever song I've ever written.
I agree with you. It's beautiful.
I have a question.
What's that?
During your
Watching-
concerts, when you're looking out in the audience and you see these women, what is the craziest shit you ever seen come at you?
Give us a groupie story.
There
too.
was and this was years ago, there was a girl in the second row during the first act, because at that time I was changing clothes twice.
Uh-huh.
And she stands up, like at the second to last song before I leave the stage, and she starts touching herself
Bless her heart.
in her, in the nether regions down
Right,
there.
right.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this, and I'm like,
But you're singing at the
okay,
time.
I'm singing, so I go back and I tell my
just
bodyguard, I'm like, hey
distracted?
man, you see that? He was like, yeah. I said, she was fine too. It wasn't like she was
Right.
busted.
Wow.
So right in the middle of the second act, that's when they bring out the piano and I do more of an acoustic thing. I'm singing, I close my eyes, I look up, and she has found her way right here next to me. On
Shout out
stage
to security.
before he could get there to her. But right when she got there, he snatched her up, and it was crazy. Then the craziest thing though was back when we used to have voicemails. You give your number to a girl when you didn't want to give her your number.
Yeah.
You leave the voicemail, she leave it for you. So one day I'm checking it, the dude on there going, "Hey man, you fucked my wife. Watch your back at your next concert." So I'm like, at the moment, I don't think I'm fucking anybody that I'm aware of.
Yeah, you wear it.
But
I
the
got a
very-
motorcycle, but no. I
The
ain't
next
fucking-
week, I'm on stage and somebody in the balcony has a red dot coming down.
Oh,
wow.
right. Infrared.
Yeah. So
Hell no.
I move a little quicker during the song.
He's dancing.
We gotta
bring it up tempo now.
We called the FBI. We told them that he was going to be packing the whole nine to make sure that, man, after the clothes change, I look up in the balcony. He's got this dude ringing him like this, like, almost out of his clothes because
Right.
he's got just a laser pointer trying to be funny.
Gotcha.
But my heart was beating real fast at that time.
He's pumping
And I
Kool-Aid?
stopped dealing with everybody I was dealing with at that time.
Wow, Brian McKnight's doing the Matrix.
Yeah, that was crazy.
We have a caller.
We have a caller. Caller, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Yeah, this is Mike from Oakland.
Hey, Mike.
What's up?
What's
I
up?
just wanted to touch on the subject about Brian McKnight's song, the one that's fake, that I thought was real too. It's more or less, we have respect for you, and when we hear your music. It's a different thought process than some ignorant ass Lil Wayne or somebody saying some ignorant shit we don't care about. So it's more a compliment to you that we think of you that way more than anything else.
That's a good point.
You know, I appreciate that, but at the same time, one of the biggest.
Just do what I said.
Well, thanks. Thanks, friend.
However you want out there in the bay.
Peace. Yeah. There you go.
He was not going to hear
Hysterical.
Do what I'm saying.
Mike in Oakland.
That was a bay shit.
Let me just drop this in right quick. We have Reach Around Radio T-shirts available. For those who make a donation of $25 or more, we will send you out a T-shirt. Hit us on our PayPal. At RAR Team 1 at AOL on PayPal. Don't forget, once you make your donation, leave your address and shirt size. And thank you for supporting Reach Around Radio.
Let me get this story out, because I'm usually on tour with Fox. Anyway.
No, you're not.
So we're on tour, and we go to Vegas, and there's this white lady in the front row, and she puts her legs up on the seats. No panties, no nothing.
Oh, yes.
So Fox looks over, and he gives the look, and we look back, and I look in the audience, and I see her legs up on the thing. And instead of people going to get it, everybody's lined up in the back saying, "Yeah, that's the pussy. I see it, nigga. You see it? I see it. That's it." So the white girl gets up, and she's trying to and she's with some rich white dude. So she made her way to the back of the stage, and yeah.
Speedy, we got Brian McKnight
What
here.
happened
You couldn't
next?
ask Brian McKnight if he had a story like that.
If you had a pussy story?
Hey, Brian, do you have a story where someone was naked at the show?
He
told
said
us.
it.
Naked
He
at the
told
show?
us about
Naked at the show.
He told us
So
about
busy fantasizing about Jamie Foxx.
Yeah.
Goddamn, we got a celebrity right here.
Thank you.
Jamie is not going to buy you a car. All right.
No, like Mike from Oakland said, my audiences are very, very respectful.
All right. Well, that sound can only mean one thing.
What's that?
It's time for our game show.
Which one?
It's called
Guess What Race?
Now, Brian, this is the part of the show where I read a news story,
Right.
give you the clues, and you have to pick the race of the person that was committing the crime, okay?
Okay.
So you're in?
I'm in.
All right.
Cool.
A man exposed himself to a woman inside the county association for the blind. Police say the incident
They ain't see
occurred
shit, huh?
in the bookstore. I don't know why they were in a bookstore, but anyways. The man whipped out his sausage and started fondling himself in front of several seeing and non-seeing women.
John Travolta.
A witness told the suspect the man was skinny and between 35 and 45 years old and 5 foot 10 inches, wearing a black tracksuit. Officers checked the area but could not find the subject. He remains at large. Pause.
Literally.
Guess what race? RT.
I believe that gentleman was Vietnamese.
Oh,
wow.
No, I'm kidding.
It's a short story.
RT. What do you think, RT?
Oh, okay. It is weird that why are the blind people in the bookstore? Is it?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
They have Braille books.
And how did they
Braille.
describe him so well? Did they feel him up? Did they touch him? He was in Braille. The tracksuit, usually I would say Italian. But I don't think I feel like I'm actually gonna go with McKnight on this. I think this was an Asian person.
Really? Okay.
Asian persuasion.
Big Night, you sticking with the
I'm
Asian?
sticking with it. I was trying to be funny, but I'm sticking with it.
Asian, okay.
I'm,
POTUS.
I'm gonna say Armenian.
Because of the tracksuit.
Okay.
Did
Speed.
he have cigarettes on him?
I'm gonna go Mexican.
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 Okay. TDP.
Tracksuit. That is those Italian guys. They love those tracksuits.
Forget about it.
Pretty much. But in this case, with the blind people, that's some freaky shit. So I'm gonna go European.
All right.
I'm gonna go European.
Everybody's locked in?
Locked and loaded.
Okay. The man who wanted to show his dangling to the blind was a dirty old black man.
Whoa!
Sure was. I was surprised too.
Yeah.
Black man.
Dang.
Who want to see Moby Dick?
Now I'm gonna show you Leroy now.
Okay, ready?
Mhm.
A traffic stop led to the arrest of a man who was found with 3 bundles of cocaine.
Mm-mm.
Deputies pulled over the suspect when they failed to use a turn signal in his 88 Mercedes-Benz.
Oh, that's easy. That's
Oh,
easy.
jeez.
Bobby Brown.
The man appeared nervous and kept looking at a bag on the passenger seat. Deputies found an Xbox 360 video game in the bag. Further investigation by K9 Unit revealed 2 brick-like bundles filled with cocaine inside of the Xbox. The
Damn.
man was charged with manufacture or delivery of a controlled substance. He was placed on a $25,000 bond. Guess What race?
Damn, he got Grand Theft Auto, the 3D version. It's come to life.
RT, what do you think?
Cocaine and video games.
I know you want to say it. I know you want to say it.
Was it a Cutlass? What car was it?
88 Mercedes.
88 Mercedes. He's living in the past. His video games. Obviously has a lot of children. I'm going with a black person on this one. African American.
He said it all low.
Black person.
Good old fashioned black drug dealer on this one.
Brain McKnight.
I would go African American too, except the car was a little too old. Not enough blade. It would have to be at least 90s.
He's got an 88 Benz. BMW, actually.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Only it doesn't help him get an erection.
Yeah,
though,
I'm gonna go Latino.
Latino. There you go.
Okay. POTUS.
Wow, that's a good one. I'm gonna roll with Brian on that one.
Yeah, you know you want to say it. Say
You
it.
blame the Latinos for everything, so why stop now?
Don't stop now. Mexican.
Okay. Speedy.
88 Benz.
You drive an 88 Benz.
Ain't that a bitch?
And you love video games. And you live in the past. And you got a lot of kids.
No cocaine. I'm gonna go Mexican. I'm gonna go twice with the Mexican.
Latino.
Dos.
Okay.
Dos Mexican.
Racist Matlock over there. What do you think?
Teeter. What's it gonna be?
They just saw Scarface. They just saw Paid in Full. I need that car right there, Hans. I'm gonna go El Salvador.
Latino.
Wow.
So everyone's going with
Latino.
Latino except
Me,
you're blaming the black
Yep,
man
yep.
once again.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. The man who had bricks instead of video games was a 42-year-old Latino man.
Happy Cinco de Mayo!
Cinco de Mayo.
Cocaine for everyone, Holmes.
Charlie.
Okay, this next story is kind of sad.
Wow. The other two were cheerful.
Yeah, this is what happy. Yeah.
My
Music, please.
Happy go lucky.
What officers thought was a counterfeit $50 bill turned out to be an old, legitimate bill, but unfortunately, the truth wasn't discovered until the man was already locked up in jail.
Oh damn.
Police were notified after a marker used to detect counterfeit bills didn't check as real. The front side of the bill was off-center and didn't feel normal. The man was sent to jail, and later on, the money was determined to be real but very old. But the man did spend a few days in jail.
I've been saving that bill for 60 years.
Guess what race?
Had Harry Grant on it.
Oh, yeah, and they judicial commissioner had the man released from jail and apologized for the arrest.
Did they give him his money?
And they said, go ahead and take your bill to our bank and have it exchanged for a new one.
This could almost be guess which race got him arrested.
Right.
I feel like he probably had the money in his mattress or in an old shoebox somewhere in the back that he'd been having for 70 years. I think this is an old white man.
Okay.
Somebody you know?
Yes, my uncle.
I would concur with my friend here. Only a white person would pass counterfeit money and not know it.
Hysterical.
That's actually fucking hilarious.
I'm gonna go with black on this.
Black.
Yeah, they wouldn't have looked at that bill twice if it was somebody white.
So you think a $50 bill, they're like, oh, wait a minute.
Oh, racist motherfucker.
They're like, you black person, the $50 bill is a bit much for you.
Hey.
Okay.
That was a good point there.
Speedy, when's the last time you had a $50 bill? I'm just asking. Research purposes.
The last time you had some dick. Look here.
Wow.
Oh.
7 months.
Long ago.
Oh, so far away.
I'm going to go old white man.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Old white man.
That's what you like?
Yeah.
Okay. You just walk into the gayness.
John Travolta.
Is this $50 bill weird?
Teeter.
It's off center a bit. It's weird.
The guy who brought the money in probably looked like the guy that was on the bill. So that kind of threw him off. He's making his own money. So I'm gonna go European.
Okay.
I think what threw him off was, the older dollars are the small, very small presidents.
All right.
Economics by Speedy.
Right.
Coming to A&E.
The man who got busted for an actually legit bill.
What?
Was I know I can't talk today. Latino man.
Oh.
Damn, I missed it.
You got that? No one got it?
No.
Nobody got it.
Wow.
Usually, someone always gets it.
Maybe you sold the cocaine and got that 50.
Right. Okay, last one.
Okay.
A 31-year-old man was so intoxicated that he did not know that he had just been hit by a freight train,
Whoa.
even though he had suffered severe injuries, according to police.
Who pushed me?
The man passed out on the railroad tracks, and the conductor of a 76-car freight train said he saw a person
fuck
laying
outta
on the
here.
gravel and resting on his back on a
don't
rail. As the train approached, the conductor said the man did not turn around. The train hit the man and kept going until it came to a little stop. The train had been going about 48 miles an hour. The conductor said he could not find the man after they hit him.
No, you ain't gonna find him.
Police were later contacted at 3:30 a.m. and eventually found the man, who was wearing camouflage. The man was conscious but was not aware he had just been hit by a train. The man
your whole
suffered-
ass missing.
It was severe. He had severe injuries to his butt and his arm, and he refused medical treatment and was agitated and combative. Police said the man walks around the railroad tracks on a regular basis, and he had been found passed out on the tracks plenty of times. Guess what race?
I'm well, the drink I'm going with is Wild Turkey. And I think it's a white man named Leroy.
Okay.
An old school white man.
Okay.
I'm going white again on this one. This
Go
sounds
white.
like a very Caucasian thing to do.
It does. Railroad tracks, though.
Yeah,
Okay.
drunk.
I probably would have gone
Camouflage.
white, except for the fact that he refused medical treatment, which probably would say that he did
No
not
insurance.
have insurance. So
Hysterical.
I'm going to go Latino.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
Fucking incredible.
I'm gonna go white on this one.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Yeah.
Refusing medical treatment?
Yeah. Yeah.
Never.
Railroad tracks? But aren't we always on the other side of the tracks?
Ho.
Okay, just wondering.
I'm gonna
Throwing it
stick
out
with
there.
I'm gonna stick with it.
Okay.
I'm
Peter.
going to go white. Hobo.
old white hobo.
Hobo.
Good old fashioned.
Hanging out at the train station, drunk. Don't trust the government, and that is government. And that's why he wouldn't go get it. And he's like, get the fuck away from me, boy. If I want to have my ass hanging out in my camouflage outfit, it's my business.
Okay.
Fucking niggers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he said.
It was a black police officer that was trying to help him out. I got the whole story. You didn't know that, did you?
Let's go to the black Matlock.
I'm gonna go with Speedy with the whole government issue with the railroad, and the guy was drunk, drinking his favorite sake, and saying, you know, my people built this railroad 400 years ago. Y'all stole it from us, and yada yada this, and yada yada
That would have been
that.
Chinese.
Go to Indian.
We
So
had
I'm
people
gonna
build this
go-
railroad.
I'm gonna go Hong Konganese.
All right.
Asianese.
And where's that located?
Hong Kong.
Thank you.
Okay. The man who got his ass caught slipping on the other side of the railroad tracks was a Canadian man. So that counts as white.
Is that white? That's white.
Yeah,
I
right.
got
boy.
it. I got one.
But in Canada, they do have very good medical insurance.
Yeah. Everybody's
treatment.
got it.
They all have it. So he was probably
So
just
Canadian
drunk.
is considered French, right?
Well, that's French
Well,
Canadian. Is like
Farther you go east.
Father, you go. Okay.
So he's drinking brandy. Is what you're saying?
Brandy. Yeah.
this has been another edition of
Guess what race?
And we want to thank
who's leading the
Oh.
who's leading in the guess what race leaderboard? What do we got
Justin?
here?
of course TDP.
TDP is
TDP.
by far the most racist.
Thank
Most
you.
racist. White boy, I expect more racism from you.
I know, man.
But you did start late in the game, so you're pretty racist considering.
Yeah, considering
Yes.
I'm catching up.
You'll be there soon enough. Don't worry.
Oh, I will.
So,
Just call your granddad.
Okay, sorry about that. That's how it is.
so before you go, Brian, any new projects working on besides side of? Let me
well,
show you how your pussy works.
I have
Hysterical.
McKnight360.com, which is the place where people will get my music from now on. No more middleman, no more labels, straight to the consumer. And the McKnight 360 Foundation, which will be putting music back in the schools. So,
Are you still doing radio?
No, not doing any more radio. Like I
okay.
told Speedy, I'm not in the record business. I'm in the touring business.
Oh,
Now,
okay.
Brian, I got a question. Is this like a Prince move for you too, like getting away from the?
I just don't see the point.
Okay.
I can't give my music to somebody who doesn't care about it as much as I do. So I'd rather put all of my fans in one place.
Right.
Allow them to see me because I've got cameras in my studio at home where you can interact with me while I'm writing and while I'm producing. And then you'll get an email when the song is ready. And because to me, the currency of the future is your email address.
Wow.
Wow.
It's very difficult to get to you if you're not, one, searching for me and not thinking about me, I'd rather go and find you.
That's fly.
Are you on tour right now?
I'm always on.
You need somebody to host for you?
Every weekend somewhere.
Okay.
You need someone to host for you?
Perhaps.
They ain't doing that.
He wants someone funny though. Now, Brian, we were on Celebrity Apprentice together.
Yes, we were.
Have you been watching the latest season?
No.
I haven't watched since I got fired.
No, me either. Me either.
I was so mad you got fired the first round. B knew how to play the game. He wasn't gonna be
No, I just
project
want to stick
manager.
around long
he
enough for
was.
people to say, "Hey, I remember that
We
guy."
were both
Yeah.
we were project manager on the same episode. We went against each other. His
Yes.
team,
Oh
they
yeah,
beat
that's
us.
right. He did. beat
Yes.
you.
What was the most difficult part of doing that show?
It was really hard. The
For me.
team is just like the people.
Not to sound like the capitalist, but they just don't pay you enough to
Okay.
be there
money was
and
hard.
miss the regular what I would do.
That
So,
was the worst part for you.
That was the worst part for me.
How did you like your team?
I wasn't really there to win. And I know that doesn't sound like, I got a TV show out of that. I got some other things out of that. I knew that it would raise the Q rating.
Exactly.
I wasn't there to try to be there for the whole time because I knew when we got there that Joan was going to win.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah, it was obvious.
Oh,
Wow.
I knew
shit.
it.
It was
Wow.
kind of predetermined. It seemed that way.
She's like, yeah.
I'm telling you, to be on that team with those two was not fun.
I could tell you weren't having a lot of fun.
I wasn't.
I was hoping you.
But I was
went
with
in.
Jesse. We had fun every day. I didn't, with Dennis and all them, But
What'd you think
I
about?
kind of thought that we would have sparked up a little something while we were there.
Uh-oh.
But
What'd you think about Dennis?
You see how she just went
Yeah,
right
she
over
just-
there?
Oh wait,
Hands to
who are you talking about?
You.
No, you hardly even talked to me on that show.
Paul, just move back a little bit, please. Let
You know, I
them-
hardly
figured,
talked to me.
we stayed in the same hotel.
I know,
that's
true. That's true.
Me and Dennis were hanging out at the bar every
Shit.
night. I'm like, she think Claudia's gonna come down?
But you
He's like,
never
"I
invited
don't
me,
know, I
but
don't know."
Dennis was the
I
one.
don't know,
She's
man.
telling the story, girl.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, and then when you had left, and I was like, well, Dad, there goes my shot. 'Cause
No,
I
you
know
had-
you'd already been at my house, but you were working that
That's
day.
true. Oh, you remember that?
And yeah, I
did come to your
remember every
house.
moment that we.
Did you jack off?
in the
He
car.
did.
In the car.
Well, he was the one that
I should
drove me to
have
the
during.
airport.
Thank you, B.
Can I take you to the airport, Claudia?
Because apparently that's what works. I don't know.
Exactly.
Brian, you have to get me in the car.
I said, B, come do the radio show. Claude, he went, I know Claudia's on the show. I was like, oh, okay. Well,
I didn't know if he liked me or didn't like me because, on the show, you can be cool with someone, but on that show, it does kind of pit you against each other, and it
he
was
just said he liked you.
but it wasn't in a very negative, hostile environment.
That's what they want. That's
They want
every time you pitch a reality show, they want to see how much drama can be created.
Right.
It doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter any of the other things. And once you realize that, you either buy into it or
Right.
you don't.
Okay, so
Jill-
y'all going on a date? What the fuck
Jill-
going on? Y'all can go
When
out?
is the date?
You going
When
out?
is it?
Well, I'm free during the week.
Oh.
Damn,
unless you want to travel on the weekend. I'll be in New York all
Do I have to
next
fly in a
week.
buddy
It's
pass?
lovely there.
Do I have to fly in a buddy pass?
No,
Will I get a real
I
ticket?
got miles.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
You have to
That
ride
makes
with
two of
you have to
us.
ride with Ashy Dick Man over there.
Yeah, because we found him and he's gonna show up at the
Hilarious.
restaurant like, oh, remember me?
I'm the limo driver. Hey.
We have a caller. Caller, what's your name and where you calling from?
This is Tiny from T.I. Tiny.
Hi,
Hey,
Tiny.
Yeah, I got a question for Brain McKnight. I was wondering, I heard John Rivers always talking about you after the show, saying how sexy you were. I was just wondering, after you hit it, did you smell your finger?
Hysterical.
No, I think it's always important to smell your finger before you.
Oh.
It's called the finger test.
Yeah.
I patented that one.
Oh, okay.
So y'all gonna get together? What the fuck? Want us to move? We can leave the building. We can leave the office.
We're gonna take a commercial
I'm
break.
too real, man.
That's right, B. Get in there. Get in there.
Thank you, Brian.
I'm rusty.
Thank
I'm
you.
Hanging
rusty.
out
so
with
much,
us.
Brian.
She's
Thank
It was
blushing.
fun.
She's
Hilarious.
blushing. She's really blushing.
I have a fever.
Hysterical.
We're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Be nice. Thank you, bro.
I just wanna be sure, so can we? Can we? Just a little bit, if it's all